I am Francesca Cabrini, the first American citizen to be declared a saint. Born in 1850 in Sant'Angelo Lodiano, in Lombardy, Italy. I was the youngest of 13 children in a deeply Catholic farming family. From the start, I was frail and often sick. When I applied to enter a religious order, I was turned away because of my fragile health. But I never let weakness define me. From an early age, I dreamed of becoming a missionary, inspired by stories of those who carried the gospel to distant and dangerous places. In 1880, with approval from my bishop, I founded the missionary Sisters of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Our mission was simple, yet bold, to serve the poor, the sick, and the uneducated with compassion and faith. I longed to go to China, but when I met Pope Leo XIII, he looked me in the eyes and said, "Not to the east, but to the west." And so I obeyed. In 1889, I crossed the Atlantic with 6 of my sisters, arriving in New York City with little more than courage and conviction. We found thousands of Italian immigrants living in harsh conditions, crowded tenements, little access to education or healthcare, and a constant sense of exclusion. We got to work immediately, without funds or connections. We opened orphanages, schools, and hospitals in poor neighborhoods. I learned English and quickly became known for my fierce will and practical genius. I dealt with bishops, mayors, and benefactors and never backed down. I traveled across the U.S. to Chicago, New Orleans, Denver, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, and eventually to Central and South America and Europe, founding 67 institutions in total. We served immigrants, orphans, the sick, the forgotten. I built hospitals in major cities and small communities, staffed by sisters who worked tirelessly in Christ's name. Though small in stature and often ill, I had the spirit of a warrior. I slept little, traveled constantly, and placed all my trust in divine providence. We must have courage, I told my sisters, and never fear the cross. Even in failure or rejection, I saw an opportunity to rely more fully on God. In 1909, I became a naturalized American citizen, proud to call the country I served my home. I died on December 22, 1917, in Chicago, after collapsing while preparing Christmas gifts for the children at one of our orphanages. I was canonized in 1946 by Pope Pius XII, becoming the first U.S. citizen to be named a saint. In 1950, I was declared the patron saint of immigrants. I am St. Francesca Cabrini, a missionary not to the east, but to the forgotten hearts of the West. I crossed oceans and borders with nothing but faith, bringing Christ's love to the poor, the sick, and the stranger. My legacy lives on in every act of mercy, every home built with hope,